Take a breath, sit down. Let's eat together. There are nights when the world feels heavier than usual, when the light itself bends tiredly around you. Even the air carries weight, as if silence had grown dense enough to touch. You look at the plate in front of you and realize it's not hunger you're feeding, it's something deeper, something wordless. You move slowly. You make coffee because that's what mornings have taught you to do. But some mornings you don't even taste it. You scroll, you smile at small screens, you answer politely, you nod through the rhythm of other people's days. But inside, everything sounds muffled, like your own heartbeat underwater. Maybe it's not sadness. Maybe it's just a quiet form of exhaustion, the kind that builds when you've spent too long pretending that meaning must be constant, that you must always be becoming, never simply being. They tell you find your purpose. They say keep going. They whisper be grateful. But gratitude can be loud too. It can echo like pressure, and you start to wonder who you'd be if you didn't owe anyone brightness tonight. What if you just exist? Without earning it, without proving it, without reshaping it for an audience? What if tonight existing is the bravest act you can manage? You're not broken for feeling empty. You're not weak for feeling full. You're human, and humanity hums in contradictions. Too much, too little, too late, too soon. Maybe you've been running too fast. Maybe the universe has placed a hand on your shoulder, not to stop you, but to steady you. Stay still long enough for your soul to catch your body. Stay still long enough for your breath to remember it belongs to you. Sometimes life pauses you without warning. It removes your drive, your spark, your sense of forward motion, not as punishment, but as invitation. An invitation to hear what lives beneath the noise. Do you hear it now? The hum of the refrigerator, the whisper of the spoon against the plate, the pulse in your own wrist, steady but patient. Even in your stillness, life continues. The world keeps breathing for you when you forget how. There's a strange peace inside confusion, because when everything collapses, you're free to rebuild without the blueprint. You can discover what matters by touch, by taste, by accident. You don't have to understand everything tonight. You don't have to fix what isn't yours to fix. Let the blur remain. Clarity isn't proof of worth. Sometimes the blur is mercy. Meaning vanishes, then finds its way back in another shape. Smaller maybe, but truer. You've outgrown the old definition of purpose, the one that demanded constant production, constant light. You've changed, and that's okay. You're allowed to outgrow the person you built to survive. That isn't betrayal, it's evolution. Maybe all you need right now is rest. Not a reinvention, not a resurrection. Just rest. Let the world spin without your supervision. When you stop doing, you notice your body whispering in a language older than thought. Your shoulders soften, your jaw loosens, your heart recalibrates. Sometimes emptiness is just space preparing for something honest. It's the soil before the bloom, the inhale before the answer. You don't always have to find meaning in life. Sometimes life finds you in the weight of the glass in your hand, in the smell of coffee cooling, in the quiet bravery of not giving up even when you're tired. And when you're still long enough, you notice life has rhythm, even without you conducting it. It doesn't need your control to continue loving you. Maybe that's what peace really is. Not answers, but awareness. Being exactly where you are, even when where feels uncertain. You can stay lost for a while. There's no trophy for being found. The ones who seem certain are often the ones most afraid to feel. Not knowing is not a failure. It's honesty. And in honesty, something beautiful starts to grow. Maybe this quiet is the beginning. Not the ending you feared, but the threshold you didn't see. There's a kind of rebirth that makes no sound. It begins like this: a breath that doesn't ache, a thought that stops fighting back, a night that finally lets you sleep. You don't have to do anything tonight. You don't have to search. You can just eat and breathe and let it all be senseless for now. Even when nothing makes sense, you still exist. And that is enough evidence of meaning. Tomorrow, when you open your eyes, maybe the light will look a little softer. Maybe you'll taste your coffee and actually notice it. Maybe nothing will have changed, and yet everything will feel slightly more possible. If tomorrow still hurts, let it. Pain doesn't erase progress. It just marks the next layer of becoming. Healing is not a ladder. It's a spiral. Every turn brings you back familiar, but lighter. Finish eating. Don't rush the end. Let the quiet have you a little longer. I'll stay. No ending, no applause. Just this shared stillness, this small proof that you are here, and that is enough.